Alright, today is Thursday, May 15th. Lesson 12 and 13, poetic expressions, synonyms, antonyms, pages 160, 170. Okay? And then we'll check your homework. So, I'm going to have to sit here so we can see me. Alright? Everyone, open to page 160, okay? 160. Alright, so we're going to read about poems, and we're going to read a poem, and then we're going to talk about poems. Okay? All of those. You guys, we'll do it together later. You guys do that later, okay? Let's do page 160, and we'll finish the homework after. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Page 160. Alright, the first word. Sally, hurry. Page 160. Poetic expressions. 160. Okay? Good. Yeah, right there. Alright, first word, everyone. Couplet. Couplet means two lines of poetry that rhyme. Okay? So, if the lines rhyme, they are a couplet. Like couple. You know, it's like two. Couplet is line. A couple line. Two together. Okay? I'm going to sit on this table. Is that okay? Next one, everyone. Cover lid. Anything that covers. So, that's easy. Anything that covers is a cover lid. Okay? Like cover. Next one. Fleecy. Soft and white like the wool that covers a sheep, right? So we call the sheep's wool fleece. When we have a jacket, we have fleece jacket. That's from sheep, okay? So soft and white. Next one. Fold. A closed-in area for sheep. Not this folding. There's two meanings. This is fold. Also, the place where the sheep live. You know, like pig pen. Remember? That's like the fenced-in area. This is called fold. Sheep fold. Next one. Glade. A little open space in a wood or forest. Like when you walk through a forest, usually there's many trees, right? But sometimes when you walk, there is open space. Like you're walking and you're like, whoa, what's this space? It's just space where there's no trees, right? In the middle. We call that a glade. Okay. Next one, vale. Vale means a valley. Do you know valley? Like between two mountains, there is a valley. Okay, it's a low spot. Valley. Alright, so let's read this. I think I'll read it. Because we need some more time, okay? So title is Calm Little Leaves by George Cooper. That's the writer. First one, everyone. Calm little leaves and the wind one day. Come over the meadows with me and play. Put on your dresses of red and gold, for summer is gone and the days grow cold. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call, down they came fluttering, one and all. Over the brown fields they danced and flew, singing the sweet little song they knew. Cricket, goodbye, we've been friends so long. Little brook, sing us your farewell song. Say you are sorry to see us go. You will miss us, right well we know. Dear little lambs in your fleecy fold, Mother will keep you from harm and cold. Fondly we watched you in vale and glade. Say, will you dream of our loving shade? Dancing and whirling, the little leaves went. Winter had calmed them, and they were content. Soon fast asleep in their earthy beds, the snow laid a coverlid over their heads. Wow, very poetic. So, this is about leaves changing season, okay? Leaves changing season. So let's turn to the next page. Next page, 161. Wrong page. 161, this way. Alright, guys listening? Alright, let's read. First one. Again, a little bit long, so just follow along, okay? First one, poets often describe the world around them by comparing one thing to something else, right? So the girl was as beautiful as a rose. That's like poetic language. In line 3 of the poem, Come Little Leaves, the poet says that the leaves put on dresses of red and gold. We know that leaves do not really wear dresses, right? Of course, leaves can't wear a dress. But they do change color and become red and gold in autumn, of course. The poet says that the leaves change colors in the fall, just like girls might change from wearing green dresses, or summer leaves, to red dresses or gold dresses, fall leaves, okay? So green dress, red dress. Green is summer, red and gold is autumn, okay? To describe the leaves in this way is more poetic and interesting than it is to simply say the leaves change colors in the fall, right? Instead of just saying, the leaves change color. Boring. You could say like, they wear green dresses. More poetic. Okay, next. Learning to understand what poetic descriptions are actually talking about makes poetry fun and challenging. For example, the poem above says in line 5 that the leaves heard the wind's loud call. Do leaves have ears? No. Does the wind have a voice? No. Right? These are good questions because they help us to begin to understand what is really being said, right? No ears, no voice, but it is poetic expression, okay? Next, to read poetry well, you must be able to read a poetic description and picture the thing in the real world that is being described. Video? No video. So you have to picture in your mind, okay? Did you understand what you just saw? Blah, blah. No, we don't need to watch the video. No, leaves don't wear dresses and they don't have ears, but they do change colors and shake when the wind blows. Just like you coming running when your mother calls you, okay? No, the wind doesn't have a voice, but it makes the leaves rustle and rattle and finally fall. The very next line gives us a clue that the poet is talking about this very thing. Down they came fluttering. Fluttering means like, doo. So down they're fluttering. Okay, learn to find the thing in the real world the poet is describing. If you do, you will truly enjoy poetry. So this is just talking about when you write poetry, you should use special words, right? But they don't have the same meaning, right? So we have to guess what we are talking about. So if you hear somebody say it is falling and fluttering, we think, maybe leaves, right? It's fluttering leaves, okay? So you guys match the vocabulary words. Question 1. Number 1, 2 lines of poetry that rhyme. What is that called? Couplet, yeah, couplet. 2 lines that rhyme, couplet, like couple. Okay? 2, anything that covers. Coverlid, good. Cover lid, cover lid. 3, soft and white like the wool that covers a sheep. Fleece, fleecy, yeah, sorry, not fleece, fleecy, right? 4, closed in area for sheep. Fold, yes, fold. 5, a little open space in wood.
Glade.
Glade, good, yeah, glade. And number 6, a valley. Vale, good. V and V, that's easy. You know that I have a funny story about glade, that word. In America, and maybe Korea, there is air freshener. You know air freshener? Makes your house smell good, like something. And very popular one is called Glade. In America, the name is called Glade. So I think they want to think that it is same as outside glade, like forest glade smell. Very fresh smell. So it's a really funny name. Alright, turn the page. Holy moly. Alright, let's take a look at is, let's do synonyms and antonyms later. You're going to do, let's do 2, 3, 4, and 5 together now, okay? Let's talk about it together. Actually, you guys, I have a good idea. Since we have a lot of homework that we need to check, we're just going to speak these. 2, 3, 4, and 5, no writing. Okay, just talking. Okay, the rest will write. Alright, so question 2. What thing in the real world does the following line describe? The wind's loud call. So what is it describing? Yeah, the wind. The sound of the wind. That's an easy question, right? The sound of the wind, right? Question 3. How can a brook sing a farewell song? Do you know brook? Do you know what a brook is? A brook is kind of a river, small river. So how can it sing a song? Do you know?
The sound.
Yeah, the sound, right? Maybe we hear the rushing water, and we can hear the sound of the water. Okay? So that's how. You guys don't have to write. If you want to, you can write, but you don't have to. Number 4, how can leaves sleep? What do you think about that? How do they sleep? Yeah, maybe winter. My thought was winter, or because it's cold and not moving and they fall, or when they're not moving, right? No wind moving, so maybe they're sleeping. But in the wind, they shake, right? But no wind, maybe sleeping. Okay? Similar question, question 5. How can leaves dance and fly? That's easy. How do they dance and fly? By the wind, right? The wind moves them, or the seasons change and they fly like that. Okay? You guys understand? Yeah? Okay. Alright, so if you guys could do that for, we'll do that for homework. Actually, you guys, synonyms and antonyms, we're not doing today. We will do that on Tuesday, okay? Because I don't want to rush it, so we need to check your homework. So actually, today was only pages 160 to 166, but the homework 62, and homework will be pages 163 to 166. Okay? 163 to 166.